spot early with the Monkey King, Clock, Bat Rider trio.
Well, Fog's on a hot streak, so I'll agree with him on that.
I got one
prediction.
right.
Yeah. New record for him.
100% in your last one prediction.
Yeah,
It would. I think it would have been more impressive if I got everything wrong. I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, at this point you can't even say like I was, just, purposely getting them wrong.
Oh, whoa. Do you see that? They're on point.
Yeah, that was
They like switched it up too. I was
Yeah.
like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
This is warm up.
He's like testing how on top of his game maybe is.
So we'll be that FY Bat Rider.
I wonder if they'll try to switch up the lanes at all. But I mean, Abaddon matches up poorly to Monkey King. He'll probably do some like creep cutting shenanigans.
Yep.
I wonder
As
if Optic's
always.
going to how they deal with the SF having the souls. If that's just like a Medusa, just do your best, catch up with Mask of Madness and Ancients, or if
Ogre
they
sit
actually-
mid.
I'm gonna say Lifestealer does really well versus Bat, so he needs like minimal help. So
Yeah.
they're gonna put 1 or 2 supports mid.
Agreed.
That's the best way to deal with it.
Out to the lanes we go.
Yeah, because otherwise your mid laner's just
Yeah.
gonna get stomped.
I mean, I think for LGD they'll maybe give up a bounty rune just to
They're
get that.
smoked.
Oh, they're
that
going
buff
for the-
up.
they're going the
This is
Bat
another
Rider
option:
smoke.
is to gank him at the rune, because
Yeah. Well, SF's not getting.
oh,
rune.
he's not there. Okay,
He knows he needs the creep
He
block
knows.
mid.
No, I think he knows that this is possible. He's
Sure,
like,
I
he's
agree.
like, I don't need this
Yeah.
bounty rune. I got 24 damage.
Yeah.
They
Well-
might find the clockwork here though.
The one way you lose your mid lane is if you get ganked level 1, lose your soul.
Yeah,
So
it's not
you're-
worth the risk.
Make sure your creep wave is on your high ground.
He's not ready for this. He's not looking. Okay, he got the cogs though.
Oh. Fuck.
You should have farmed more cogs.
They could have hit them. They could have farmed those
They
guys.
could have gotten at least 2, maybe 3.
Monkey King got the passive up, I think.
Yeah, he's got pass.
Yeah.
Mid lane is being blocked only by LGD though, so this will be good for the SF at least.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is so necessary for Yao to do this. Actually,
That was really nice.
it's huge that he's cutting the way for the Bat Rider. Bat Rider just cannot lane against Phoenix. So bad. One of the worst lane matchups in the game.
Try lane mid.
Yep.
Yep.
What we
try
kind of
lane
expected.
mid.
Yep.
The dream.
The ward up there as well. And as you mentioned, Zai is likely to be left to the wolves here though. Seems like the
Such
bench
a
is going to
tough
come
lane.
bottom,
For Abaddon.
but Zai might already just be.
He might. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't TPs, it might holding the shield.
He is pretty dead.
Have to. Bench is going to come in, but not a whole lot she can offer. Oh, just
Oh.
a stun. It's barely enough.
Yeah, I
Zai's out of
knew. I
there.
knew he was fine. Yeah, that was a nice rotation. by the bench.
Calculated.
The bench saw what was happening bottom, and
Yeah.
he just walked. Soxo just walked all the way from.
Oh, Pipe.
Oh,
Peter
that
that
extra
cog.
cog.
It pushed him up on the high ground.
get
And he might be dead. He is. First blood to maybe.
All right.
so
Yao
much
making
damage.
plays.
Souls, even more souls acquired.
This is really important for them too. If this SF like really sets the tempo, then Monkey King will get the Battle Fury, farm up really, hit his timings really well as well. And a lot of their pace is set by SF ability to like shove down buildings. You think he'll go the magic damage like Sumail did yesterday, or do you think he'll go like the physical damage?
I think Sumail did it yesterday because he had the Elder Titan on his team, right?
Oh,
so
yeah,
he had
yeah,
that
the
magic
spirit.
damage amplification. I think people still always take the spell damage and you take the Shadow Raise damage for the most part. But as for the item build, I think he's more of like that SNY standard build that we see.
Okay.
He's a drums SMY.
Drums
Drums Manta
SNY, right?
often. Drums
Okay,
Manta I
Drums
think is
Manta.
what I normally see.
I've even seen like Drums, Yule's, Manta, like literally all move speed items.
Yeah. Race KSF. And he's against the Lifestealer too, so as much as the magic damage can maybe match up decently against Medusa, against Lifestealer, it's not going to be...
That's true. And he also doesn't
effective at
burst
all.
the bat in either.
Yeah.
Terrible question.
Yeah, good question.
I think these lanes look really solid for LGD, even though Monkey King's not actually starting off all too strong, but they should stabilize and be in a pretty good place for them.
I like what this what Sox is doing on the bench.
Can you get the courier here? It's coming out soon.
I really like what this bench is doing. Pressuring
Really
Monkey.
enabling the Abaddon to have a game.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I mean, that's like such a hard matchup.
Yep.
Anytime the clock.
That's what these teams try to do, is when you have like a really bad solo matchup, you at least give the guy some help so he doesn't get obliterated.
Uh-oh.
Courier.
PPD's been patiently waiting here.
Death by the club.
Okay. He missed it going out to the lane, but he saw it, so he got the chance to intercept it coming back.
Some much needed gold here for Optic.
Yeah, I can say as like a side laner, it's pretty huge to just get that insurgence of gold. Oh,
But maybe might get CCNC here. No,
I was sick.
not quite enough. Still though, the pressure is there. Dusa catching up decently. Up to 12 CS now.
Yeah, he's doing all right against all the damage. Or CSing.
Yeah, he was at 4 CS like a minute and a half ago.
Yeah, the fact that he's like even remotely keeping up with the SF is pretty impressive.
Bad Rider's having a great game just because of pulling the wave constantly. Because like we said, that matchup is really tough. Soxa.
Cows come in.
Yao should be able to find this one. Soxa trapped out in the cogs. Chase forward. Ame, can he pursue him? Won't be necessary. Yao gets the kill. So, third successful rotation, it feels like. Helped out top.
He popped the mango.
He's got the second raise. Oh, doesn't have enough mana.
Yeah, he still has to run back to base on CC&C, so that's really good for the mid lane. Like, it's sometimes even better to like send him back to base than it is to kill him sometimes. But I mean, in this case, it's definitely better to get the solo kill. But
It's an interesting way. Normally, you just see that mango there just to build up to the one, but he actually commits it to try and get the kill.
it's definitely worth the attempt. You know, Peter living the dream with that inventory, tangos.
What else does an ogre need?
Shrugs off the battery assault.
Net worth of 200.
Breaks of clarity too.
Oh, value.
But Yao streaming into the bottom lane. Might be able to punish here. Not sure. Optic is ready for this. Oh, they get the stun off. Still the chase, though.
Saksa.
Isolating Saksa. Battery assault coming through. The swings from that
Oh,
Monkey
nice
King.
done. That's
Really hurting with the Jingu. Can he finish off Zai? He will.
Tried to suicide.
Makes it 2.
Peter might
Might
go down
even.
here. Okay.
They're a little low to chase.
I actually saw they didn't have an Orb of Venom either on any of their heroes, so they don't actually have that extra slow.
That was really nicely played by Yao.
It was.
Getting the cogs pushed back and then surviving too.
And Ame was really patient with that stun on Monkey King too. He had a while that he could have done it. And he chose to get. And he waited to get the 2-man stun.
Yao was having a banner game here for LGD.
Look at FY's gold. 1,800 on the bat ride already.
Got that
Drums
little
or
help
blink?
early.
Wait. Oh my gosh. Holy.
Yeah, dude, he's super rich, and he has some
27
stacks.
CS.
Yeah, I mean those that just pulling the
Just
wave over
creep
and over.
cutting is so huge.
Yeah, in the past you couldn't do it so well versus the lifesteal.
He's also able to push out the wave and then grab bounty runes. I imagine he's grabbing most of those.
Yeah, you
at
pretty
the
much
start.
just avoid the You just avoid the lifestealer at all times. 'Cause
And
you
Optic
can't do anything to him.
Optic can't really send guys top, right? Because
Yeah.
it's a bad and off lane and needs help.
Yeah, and the lifestealer doesn't need help either. So it's like, and if you're gonna kill bad, you're gonna spend more time chasing him than you are actually killing him. Because
Deuce
Venge Ogre's kind of mediocre catching.
Deuce is starting to fall more and more behind though. 17 last hits to the 36. 26 denies on SF.
Ay, ay, ay.
We saw this. I think it was it was the
She's
first game
level
of this
4.
series where like Optic was running circles around LGD, and if you think about it, Clockwork, like, what's stopping him from just doing whatever he wants this game? Like, they have no catch on the side of Optic. So, and you're kind of seeing it now. Like, it's something that's hard to see in the draft sometimes. But
Those denies are huge now. With this patch, he's like
Yeah.
2 levels down on the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
With his team also dual laning quite a bit.
Yep. Top lane. Oh, I get.
he has the blink gold too. On this play.
Oh,
Oh, that was nice.
Didn't spend it.
As soon as FY walks into the lane versus lifesteal, that's what we see happen.
Yep.
It's like the most impossible matchup. And so he didn't buy anything? He just lost gold there?
Yeah.
He didn't
I
buy
did
drum
not see
or
it. He
blink?
didn't buy the blink. It didn't look like he was going to die. That was really close.
Yeah, I guess maybe he thought he was.
And Festa's not that much damage.
It feels like getting a blink now is just almost like too early to be useful,
got
but
it.
he's gonna
Yeah.
get it.
Does even
Possibly
it
a kill
gives
on
him
mid,
a-
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it could be really good
With
versus
raises,
the
yeah.
Medusa.
They have the damage.
Yeah. He's keeping it. I think
CC&C is actually almost going to get doubled up in levels here.
having the raises gives you a good burst to.
Oh, well, having the regen.
Hey, he'll still die to this lasso.
He definitely
he
still
would
does.
Absolutely died a triple raise.
Yeah, he's coming back in. They'll
They're
see.
bringing in Yao as well. They want to take no chances.
they
with
saw
this,
that,
but
though.
the-
They saw
the
that.
ward's in position. I think may have seen the smoke as well.
7 minutes
Or
blink.
the blink as well.
That is such an early blink.
Yeah, and he gets scouted with it too, so that is a big investment to buy this item that's maybe not even going to get you kills.
I like this choice of the blink just because generally if you go drums it's because you want to like keep occupying your lane and like continue a good start, but like he has no reason to be top anymore.
They sack.
Yeah, he's tanking.
Lasso raises and
I wonder if he like. Do
settle
you
for a
think he
support
purposely
kill.
does that? Like because they saw it, right?
I
And
think
they backed
so.
off?
I actually think that's
It's like reveal where the bat rider is. That's
Exactly.
something that people have talked about that I never thought about. There, like they don't know where the bat is, and they're gonna have to farm scared until bat rider shows where he is. So the support's just like take me as I am.
Yeah. I mean, best case scenario, Bat's already moving bottom and
Yeah,
you
exactly.
don't die.
It gives information either way. It's either killing the Venge or like if they're not killing me, he's somewhere else.
Yeah.
So.
I think this is where they should. I mean, this is the usual timing with lifesteal. You get phased armlet, try to go for some infest play. I think they can. Like just,
What infest play do they make? though?
It's like
tough,
those.
though.
It's those where you just don't expect, right? Just like, oh, this ogre's walking at me. What the
Oh
hell's my
yeah.
It's a trap.
Speaking
My
of
favorite is
traps,
when you have like a
maybe
oh,
low.
yeah.
Has
This
to
is huge if
carry
they get
fire
it.
up.
No, it's when you like infest a creep wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those plays.
Those are so funny.
So he's going for the
Voice
Yules
on
build,
Yules, yeah.
right, on the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, it's a lot of survivability, especially against Nake's like open wounds. That's like pretty much their only way of getting him too. You can also Yules dodge
Their catch
Venge
is
stun.
very poor
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, he
for
can dodge.
Optic.
He can literally dodge any form of stun that Optic has, and other than Ogre, and Ogre's like so slow that he won't be able to catch him.
Yeah.
We'll see a Battle Fury Monkey King, which seems like the item to keep up with Medusa in
Yep.
farm.
Battle Fury Monkey King is the new build for sure. Any hero that like used to kind of build Battle Fury definitely builds it now because of how much better it is.
They're gonna look for the punish here on the Phoenix, who has to Icarus dive away.
Holding his ultimate point.
Am trading pretty well though.
Especially the safe lane, I think. Like with Monkey King, you need that farming mechanic, and you need like everything that the Battle Fury gives you.
Looks
If
like
you go
Optic
anything
wants
else,
to make a
it's-
move on mid. They're bringing in
Regen, all that.
Pycat. The
Works with your
gank
ult.
squad descends on maybe. They'll catch him out here. Goes for the Requiem. And they're going to shrug it off. Lifestealer currently still raged, and they get the kill. Will there be a trade, though? Bat's in position, has the lasso ready. Is going to use
has
it.
infest.
He can
Really,
invest out.
Pycat
He's
into the tower, but he'll do exactly that. Infest the creep.
And he's out.
And control his way in, actually. Thinking about diving deeper. They're bringing the bench for this as well. Pops out onto FY. It might be another kill. It will. The Bat's down.
Who needs an infest target
Yeah.
when you just have Ogre Bloodlust? You just run at him.
I mean, but this is why we were suggesting either like the PL or Lifesteal. Lifesteal is
Yep.
so good because Shadow Fiend, you just get ran at. You
Yep.
cannot do anything.
PL's the
to
same
prevent that.
thing. Like these type of heroes get up in your face and don't care about your abilities. Like
Yep.
if you don't care about Shadow Fiend ult, then he has no way of protecting himself from you running at him. PL can doppelganger it. Lifestealer just rages, obviously.
Yeah. Precise. That was the quick ulti. Backs away.
Oh,
Now
crucial
again.
kill, and they might
they're
go
just
for
gonna
it
kill
and
him
get
again.
another one here. Maybe he's getting munched up by Pycat. There's no help in sight for the Shadow Fiend. Dies a few steps
Those are
away from
absolutely
the haste.
massive kills.
But I perfect rotations, honestly. I think
Yeah.
that's like the best thing he can do.
I like how he's being so active on Lifestealer. It's something that a lot of core players don't understand is you're doing this because look at his Venge. His Venge is out like free farming the safe lane. You know, it was like level 3, and now she's getting a good start, and he's getting all this gold for himself in these kills.
He's getting another one too.
That's a bench kill. Three
He's
for
going
three
Deso,
here.
and he's electing to like skip the S and Y because maybe the fact that the Ogre, the Bloodlust is, the move speed is very significant there.
Lets him actually like group up with his team too,
Yeah.
and maybe threaten some objectives while the Deuce is just.
Yeah, they
farming.
do not have tower damage, so I guess
Yeah.
that's maybe why he's choosing Deso over S and Y.
Gotta take Roche quickly if they
Yeah,
see an
Roche
opening.
too, absolutely.
I've seen that from. I mean, Matama Man was like the biggest lifesteal player for me for a while, and that's like his build exclusively. He only goes phase into Armlet into Deso AC.
Yeah, usually I feel like this patch a lot of people do go the S and Y before the Deso or after, so I think we'll
Yeah.
look for that.
Oh, a crucial kill here. They'll try to bring the Duce in straight into the Sunray, which
melted.
melts her.
Yeah, literally. All the fire.
Still fully capable of killing the Duce, who is, despite all the ganks, very poor right now compared to last game.
Yeah, she's gonna need some ancient sacks to catch up.
Yeah, this is Lifestealer versus the world.
I feel like LGD's lineup is pretty good at contesting those, though. Lots of mobile gankers.
Even Monkey King can join in. But he has no pressure to. That's like the difference this game is like he's not pressured. Like last game as Luna, he was incredibly pressured while farming. Like he was just dying over and over. Because like they had so many heroes to kill him. This Monkey King on the other hand will just farm really fast. Because he's not afraid of anything.
Has the perseverance now. So it closes in on the Battle Fury. And Optic are going to hope for the game to slow down a little for this Dusa. CCNC that me time in the jungle. It's finally hit level 7.
Level 7, 12 minutes. That's rough.
That makes
Feels
actually
bad,
catching
man.
up and farming a lot harder without the levels.
Yeah.
Basic Quill is enough to start farming those stacks.
Meanwhile, LGD are punishing the presence of this Dusa in the game. They'll get the kill top, probably work on the tower next.
I like how
But
they're
Pycat is trading.
they're
That is
keeping the
one
pace up.
weakness of Medusa. Most mid laners have like really heavy counterplay potential this early on in the game, but like if you're diving the rest of Medusa's team, Medusa does not help.
I guess with like the Batten passive, they have like decent ways to throw
Yeah,
it
Batten
forward.
actually does surprisingly like
Yeah.
does contribute a lot because the creeps also get it too.
Yep.
But like the Deso really does make it much more viable to force towers at Roche.
Yeah. With Venge and everything too, they do have decent chances for
It
that.
was a trade, but they're looking to make it a 2-for-1 here.
LGD is strong right now. They got Blink Lasso,
they're
they've
scary.
got Hookshot, they've got Supernova. Their team fight is way superior.
Yeah.
It just comes down to whether Lifesteal can like burst a hero during his rage and win the fight through that.
There's the Yule, so more catch. And a good defensive ability for the Shadow Fiend now as well.
Yeah, I like Optic's choice not to fight. They're just like forcing the trade bottom.
Yep.
Got all the wards in the enemy jungle too. Pycat almost has his Deso. So much damage for
With the
Lifestealer when he gets
Bloodlust as well.
Yeah, it does. It adds up on Lifestealer.
His towers are dropping fairly quickly.
I wonder what's Abaddon going for item-wise this game?
Just I think Vlad's Drum. I think that's the build I'm very big fan of lately.
I
Maybe
feel like
he
on these
gets
type of
himself-
heroes like the Midas and like the late game scaling items are not so much like important anymore.
They're gonna try to find that Dusa, but just barely missing. Saksa with the swap out, and
I don't know if that would be a good fight. They were already backing off when that hookshot flew though, with the TP in from
Saksa
Zai.
was so ready for that. That was instant.
Yeah.
no point in Stone Gaze yet, so maybe could have dove for it, but we're gonna
That's
stay
true,
top.
yeah.
Let's go with the Yasha again.
Yeah, he's not doing the mom build.
He probably does the. He'll probably do the Hurricane Pike again too because of the clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
And you can force staff the Monkey King out of his ult.
I mean, Hurricane Pike in general versus that guy is so good.
it is. I forget they also have Venge, so that's a good way to deal with Monkey King ult as well. Monkey King will definitely be scary if he gets like big items up. He'll like Battle Fury, probably go like something like Shadow Blade or even like a Manta.
You don't think Diffusal?
I've always been a huge fan of like itemizing for myself on Monkey King this patch. Like
Okay.
when I watch the other players, like I'm not saying Diffusal's not viable, but usually they go like Shadow Blades or Mantas or BKBs.
Fair enough, yeah.
Because your ultimate's like so useful on its own.
It's
And Diffusal got nerfed so hard too.
It did.
the Shadow Fiend now with the Yules
Still viable.
looking for a solo kill.
I think Medusa also needs the Manta this game as another way to get rid of the Fire Spirits.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes like Diffusal Manta or Manta Diffusal too, just for the mana burn on the like it is good against both cores. Like Nakes is very weak to mana burn too.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's like that Diffusal. We'll see. So mid tower, let's go down. Give themselves a little bit more room for CC&C. Uh-oh. Quintus, be careful here.
And a bit far, perhaps? No, backup.
Too
for
close
Ame.
to the tower.
Yeah. It's not worth risking your death on Ame.
See
He's so
Saksa
far.
just hugging him pretty much constantly.
If you swap, I know it breaks trees. Does it stun him? If you swap a Monkey King off of a tree? Because I know it breaks trees.
Don't
There's like so many weird interactions
Yeah.
with Monkey King. Because I mean that's like a pretty sick counter if it. Oh,
I was about to say, we're about to find
out. Yeah.
But no.
Probably doesn't based on the fact that he didn't swap him there.
He's trying.
He'll just
We'll get the swap.
descend
He
from
wasn't
the
on the
tree.
trees.
Stun and has to blow the Wukong's command here. Try to make it out. It's off the stun.
Oh,
It doesn't quite get the
gosh,
kill.
how much-
Oh, that was close.
That's massive for CC&C
Yeah.
to get that. They lose
Consolation for LGD. They will take this tower mid. Maybe can limit the Deuce's farm thereafter.
This is a double damage Pycat.
Not the hero you want to be fighting.
Peter with Deso too, yeah. I mean, Pycat's very far ahead. Almost has his, I mean, his 1200 gold towards the next item too. And yeah, as we mentioned, Yules into probably that SNY build for the Shadow Fiend. Just movement speed.
What did Barrett? Oh, he went force. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually
very
mobility items against Lifestealer are the best. Like sometimes you see like drums and stuff on Batrider. You just want like straight up kite ability.
And any chance of getting a lasso against Venge relies on having that force stuff. Where
Yeah.
you force before she can swap, and she, like level 1 swappers, does not have the range.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right.
So he's going for the Shadow Blade first. Yeah.
Are you guys happy with the way like LGD's playing this out? They had a great start early. They've kind of slowed it down into a more performing game.
Yeah, they have a little bit of sloppiness with the cores dying, but aside from that, I think it's really good.
Pycat. Oh,
That was
the
sick.
Requiem.
They like cogged him away from the creeps too. That was like really good. Yeah, he could have just infested out, but they did a really good job of keeping him from doing so.
I think the scenario right now where Lifestealer is way ahead of everyone and Medusa's behind is much better than the Medusa's ahead and Lifestealer's got like average
Yeah.
farm. I think that is what's kind of an okay position.
This
for
is
GDP.
true. Yeah, Lifestealer is very bad at recovering.
Ame being hunted here. The smoke
Will
broke.
we
They
find
knew he
out?
was
Oh, he
around in
didn't
the
swap
trees,
him.
but
It must not stun. I determined based on that.
lasso comes through, but
Insta shield.
quickly
Yep.
shielded off. Lots of ways
Good
to
Jason.
cancel the lasso. Maybe surging forward wants to get active. Optic don't really have the best initiation aside from just running in.
Their lack of catch against Yule's SMY SF is going to become problematic.
I just love the Yule Scepter builds because like the Batrider's also doing it, and they're realizing exactly what you said. They have like no instant initiation on Optics, so like the Yule Scepters will always be able to buy time in fights. And if they get a couple force stabs, like it actually becomes a little difficult for Optic to force anything.
The one catches swap, and you don't want to use that except for maybe the lasso.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
can still like Yule Scepter the second they get swapped, and then like forced to have away.
They also don't have great ways of stopping TPs and like canceling things like on LGD.
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
have like Boundless Strike, Lasso, Clockwork. That's like the only ways. So they need like other items to be able to have that happen.
That is true as well. A lot of mobility being built on LGD, and I think that's like really good.
This game-
all of them are building Yules and force.
Yeah, this game feels like LGD's in a decent position for now. They're pushing out the lanes a lot better.
The Yules.
Good Yule's timing here. No back.
forgot about that. It's
Looks
very
like
good against the
already
Bat,
a
too.
bad. Oh, the swap goes through.
Yep, nice save. Yeah, it's really good to Yules him during his ult too. That's like, Yules is just such a good item in this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So we'll be that Hurricane Pike next. This is that Clockwork.
He's not even finishing the SMY. He might want to go Manta.
Yeah.
Hitting. Or
Yeah,
just
I think
casual
so.
Yasha. Some Medusas do that where they just go the Yasha for farm speed over the Mask of Madness.
I see that. I mean, sometimes I see both, but yeah, I see sometimes that casual Yash on Gyrocopter.
Yeah, yeah. Similar idea. Both heroes farm the same way. But yeah, this Phoenix will scale well if he gets his Midas. Though. I mean, I know it's 20 minutes, but this hero can be very scary as a support.
Has some
Your damage is insane.
insane talents.
Yeah.
Yeah, the damage with the fire spirits. Not to mention those later talents as well. You get extra
The
stun
Icarus
duration.
dive is so funny.
it's not good.
It's so funny.
It is funny, but
Dude, I think it's the only instance where you can build Meteor Hammer. You Icarus dive.
Yeah,
for
we were
2800.
we were theory crafting this the other day.
You channel while you're diving. It's actually fun.
they've got the supernova off. They're gonna.
Gonna zone them
down.
back, and now
Okay.
blinking forward is FY, pushing Saksa towards him. In the waiting arms of maybe, though gets the shield, the heals. Is it gonna be
so
enough?
tanky.
It is for now.
Fire Spirit.
They keep him alive. They can't quite finish the job, and now QQQ in a bit too far doesn't have any escape plan. Optic actually punish and get the kill.
Avenge was so tanky with the Abaddon there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Monkey King does have his Shadow Blade complete. Like he's pretty dang farmed. He can like absolutely carry this game. He's going for the BKB. Yeah, I mean this is what I've seen. Like
Just about yourself. Yeah.
yeah, that's all I care about because he is like he's basically treated like an anti-mage that has a team fight ult instead of like incredible mobility.
This Roche dies so fast with all
It
these
does.
auras.
The Blads, the Bench, the Deso.
Bloodlust.
Pyket's doing the AC build too, right? Yeah. Just the Matama Man build, I call it.
I'm surprised he didn't go SNY, but I'm not flaming his build at any means. Like,
Yeah.
I do think like the Deso AC is like always good. Like that build's never wrong.
Looks like they might try to take a fight here as Yao's coming in. The backup has arrived, but the Stone Gaze will force them away, not before the death of the bench.
Oh, he gets
Does
stunned in TP.
barely clip the Clockwork, and now Ame might be in trouble as well as Pycat mauls him and gets the
Shredded.
follow-up. Yao has just bought a Midas here on the Clockwork, so LGD
Oh.
seem like they're trying to itemize towards the late game.
Yeah, Pyket tried to get that infest damage.
Yeah, he had a force staff queued up and completely swapped it up. So
Oh, CCNC also changed from the Hurricane Pike. He's just going straight for the Ice Scotty. He just wants to be that turret.
I will say that like once they get these 4 stabs up on LGD, those kills will be much harder to get on Ame. Like he's only dying because the Lifestealer's open woundsing him, and then he doesn't have anything to do.
PD, will he
calculated?
live?
TI winner captain?
Seems like he
Dead.
did not do the math.
The inevitable death. That's when you say Lifestealer, you know, open wounds a creep, I'll stun it.
Give me lifesteal, yeah.
He did go the movement speed talent though.
The best is
Yeah.
like the open wounds and like finger of death.
I got flamed by my viewers.
I
when I
think
did
that movement speed talent actually is
It's
so,
so
good.
good.
It's actually
Lifestealer-
so much
yeah.
better than the damage.
Lifestealer relies so heavily on getting kind of, especially now he has no vehicle either.
I mean, 35's a lot.
That's a load.
That's a lot of movement speed.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
these
he-
40 movement speed talents, these 35 movement speed talents, I see everybody grabbing
Yeah.
them now.
Lasso on the Dusa. Swap comes through though. CCNC doesn't have the Stone Gaze right now. They're trying to fight without it, but look for the Requiem for maybe revving it up. Falls down right into it, and CNC gets shredded once. Can they kill him a second time? They're dealing with Pycat here in the cogs. He's controlled. Huge Sunray coming through, and now the Stone Gaze has cooled down. Yao's got to back away. Can they even think about a second go on CCNC? The Infesto PPD as he marches forward, slowly pursuing, but won't get in
He's
range
like,
just
I'm
yet.
in.
Might get Yao. Give him the club, pop on out. The cogs are there though. PPD, rather the only one there in the cogs, but he'll still get the job done. And now the chase the other way. Great boundless strike by Ame, and the pursuit goes back to CCNC. Gets forced on his heels. Zai getting smacked down, and Zai will be finished off. So they get the Aegis, they kill off Zai.
It's Monkey King's damage.
They lose some utility
yeah.
heroes.
Somehow Deuce and Lifesteal survived through all of that.
They're just so tanky.
Oh,
at
they
this
might
stage.
get the Deuce as well. This would be huge for LGD. Boundless Strike, the swap, it's not very far though, but Pikehead comes rushing back in. Ame gets melted down, and
Too greedy at chasing for that
Optic Gaming able to punish LGD on some
They're
of these
kiting them hard.
overextensions.
Stun
Sucks
comes out.
Gets the stun, still staying alive for now. And Vend will fall though as they lassoed up Pikehead, and now perhaps it's Optic's turn to overextend. That's 3, it's 4 for LGD. Persistence pays off.
This fast SF build is working out so well for Maybe.
Yeah, he's really speedy.
I think it's like crazy because one team has like very few stuns and the other team has stuns, but the other team has but Optic has ways of removing the stuns or like swapping and kiting them around. So you're seeing these fights like really long, drawn out. Like that chase started at mid tier 2 for Radiant and then ended where it ended. I mean, that was
Optic's able to like bait LGD in because of that.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
we've seen a few times this Monkey King gets baited in and then just gets burst down. He gets caught in open wounds and he's got
It's like
no
really
escape.
hard to read how the fights are gonna go though, because like I thought that was bad for LGD, and then suddenly Optic like gets 3 more heroes. Like they get the lasso on Lifestealer, and
For all the farm, the Monkey King has not really had a great fight yet.
the deaths at bottom where he popped his ultimate and still died have really hurt him.
yeah, he got focused by Lifestealer a lot, like in random ganks that he just fed.
You're a really low armor hero, look in comparison to a lot of other Agis, so you do get shredded by this type of build. And versus Avenge, you get hit by a Terror.
He'll probably end up going like AC or Butterfly later. That's
Yeah,
usually in the
Need
build.
some sort of physical damage mitigation because they have so
Wait.
many buffs.
Is that a full IR? He has a full Scotty
Yeah,
on Deuce
full
now.
Scotty.
And he's gonna be level, almost level 18, almost 20.
He's
That's the
actually
big peak.
he's surpassed the Monkey King and
Yeah.
keeps on rising.
Wow, I'm surprised at his recovery. I guess with Bloodlust though.
Oh, FY doesn't have TP yet? Okay, there we go.
I'm surprised they didn't go Manta on Monkey King though. It's like so good against like all the cores on the side of like it's really good against Lifestealer, really good against Avenge too, even though she's a support. The BKB is probably necessary though.
You get stunned once, you get like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's always like the worst thing about Monkey King. One disable and you're pretty screwed.
Yeah, he's a scary hero to play like that because there's AC done on Lifestealer, man. He's so fat.
Yeah, he's. What's the time? 25?
Yeah,
That's pretty
AC
damn good.
Deso on.
Dire's top tower is
Clock
under
does scale well though against Lifestealer.
Do you guys think LG? I was gonna ask. Do you think like they can take it late? They've got the double
Absolutely.
Midas now.
Absolutely.
Their supports are actually insanely good late game.
Yes,
like
they
Phoenix
are.
with levels is gonna destroy fights. Clockwork can have a huge impact. As you mentioned, he scales very well against the Lifestealer. BKB piercing stun into a
and like
Cog's
the kite,
push.
yeah, the cogs like kiting him around is like really huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played the Lifestealer side of that matchup a lot, and it's like you'd think like, oh, I don't care, I'm raged, but
My
really
biggest.
annoying.
But when the rage
concern-
ends, you just don't do
Yep,
anything in the fight.
exactly.
I guess my biggest concern is just the physical damage on LGD still, because how can they have to get into the backline onto that Deuce, and he's got so many save mechanics and like the itemization too. Drums, Vlad's. I think they're getting Solar Crest on the Venge. They just have so many things they can throw on this Deuce just to make her an absolute menace.
I mean, this game is definitely anyone's game, like in terms of late game.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes one way or the other.
Maybe that's
Uh-oh.
a crucial kill. No real saves in sight. The Phoenix swoops in, but only watches the Shadow Fiend's demise and gets stunned on the way out. Q. Might go down and use your Midas. Midas, nothing to Midas. He'll fall too.
I feel like there's been a few like really sloppy deaths on the cores of LGD. Like I don't even know what SF was doing there. Maybe he got caught by swap with a miscoil or.
Those deaths are super costly too.
They
Like
do.
you're playing versus a Dusa with Bloodlust during this time.
And
he's
she's
gonna
now the
sh-
leader in network.
It's not only
Just
farm, but
shoot
it's also
ahead.
map control. Like the lanes are now all going to
Yep.
be on the side of LGD, and like it makes it really hard for Batrider to make plays. But Medusa can just be a raid boss like this in terms of like no fear to just
Yeah.
walk down a lane.
I really like this Blink Dagger by Zai.
Yeah,
I think this gives him like the contingency. They don't have to use swap every time on the last one anymore. He just blinks. Gets
He'll
the
always
shield.
be close enough to get that shield off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good call. And he knows like he doesn't have to do anything himself. So he's just amping up the team. He's just going drums, Vlads, and then the blink so he can help his team.
Absolutely.
What do you think he'll go next? Like Lotus or something?
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah, Lotus is okay. I think
Even a
Lotus.
Shiva's guard could be decent.
Oh yeah, that would go with the blink too.
Radiant's middle tower is
Crimson Solar Crest? No, I don't know.
the ending.
It's interesting. I always wonder, like, I feel like Zai's itemization is just he always impressed me, even at the at the 4 positions. Yeah, he's going AC on the Monkey King.
Okay, feeling like he needs some more of that extra armor just right at the start of the fight.
Dire's top tower isn't
It's still going to be tough to
Tank that.
tank or fight head on into Optic with the auras, the bloodlust,
For
their own AC. which I think is done on the Lifestealer, or almost done?
It's already done.
It's
yeah.
already done.
Working on that MKB.
Oh, and he's got an infest bomb now too with the blink.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
And,
yeah.
and Abaddon has no fear
that's
with
what
the,
I mean,
with
Zai
the
next
borrow
level.
time.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cute.
Not traditional stunning hero, but
Ah, they'll never see this.
he just got to go Abyssal on it.
Uh-oh. Oh, not again, maybe. Caught out.
He's so
Lincolns, will it be enough to save him? No chance. It looks like
And they
Ties
swap in the bat.
in a cloud of damage, and now the Bat Rider in trouble. He'll be next on the list. The Wukong's command comes out, but they're fighting from a big deficit in this engagement. They can't kill this egg quickly until Pycat rushes back in, mauls it to death. That's 3. It's probably going to be 4 here. Yao's trapped as well. He tried to throw the conks in late. LGD just joining the fight one by one and dying one by one. Ame, the lone survivor. No TP for him. A long journey home. Just to hop his way over, and
That's a rough.
nobody's got a buyback aside from Phoenix here.
That's a really rough timing now too.
That-
Deuce now level 20. They
think
still
that's a
couldn't even
lane.
do anything. Yeah.
I think that might be game-ish
Yeah.
because like
They
these
push
type
so
of
fast.
aura lineups are so snowballing.
Abaddon, Lifestealer are gonna they're gonna get multiple lanes, I imagine.
Tower down, melee down, already rotating on mid. Optic sends blood in the water.
Alright.
They will get 2 lanes.
Betting on
we might
Dusa.
just see LGD.
Betting on
GGO?
Deuce every game. This is
2 in
good
a
ball,
row.
guys.
Let's go.
This is good. There we go. Fixing
Thi-
the predictions.
This game felt very winnable for LGD.
It did.
I
feels
will
like
say,
their
I feel like
mistakes
they
cost
actually
them, yeah.
misplayed this game pretty hard.
I
with
think
the
they gave
deaths
up
on the court.
those like 2 deaths were actually so massive from the Shadow Fiend.
And also the 2 deaths on Monkey at bottom of the
Yeah.
row. Like their cores dying in these kind of silly ways just completely threw away any chance of winning this game. Because it felt like their line was actually going to match up okay this game.
You're just playing against auras, so like these auras are going to scale really well percentage-wise, and if you give them a lead, it's going to get worse and worse. And they just fell behind because of those deaths.
Yeah, the Solar Crest is out. The gem has been completed. The tier 2 top's going to drop. New items undoubtedly piling in for Optic.
I wouldn't mind if Lifestealer went like hard either, but see what he likes to go.
No, completed KB.
He does have the
Yeah.
gold, so he's clearly deciding on what he wants. Basher, Heart.
I like the
and
heart.
Yeah. Like,
I really like the heart.
I don't know how they kill him ever.
That's also the Matumba Man build. He usually goes that heart is the 2 items they
He
get.
goes
that
there.
close
He's
the game.
choosing MKB.
Okay, I mean that's.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with damage and fine with tankiness. So
Yeah.
either one works.
LGD needs this Roche in order to.
Oh, they're going to
take
fight
these
it
fights.
too. Buyback on the Abaddon. Butterfly complete on the Dusa.
Oh, this
This is
be.
going to get dirty.
This
gonna
is
be
all in
disastrous.
for LGD. But it looks like they're choosing to back off, knowing
Feels
they
like
can't.
they have to
yeah.
go for it though.
I
If
love
Optic
it.
get another life, Zai just
The infested.
marching forward. The blink Abaddon bomb straight up the hill. Manages to clip FY there with a foil. Now back for the Roshan, which is going to drop very quickly. They only have a matter of seconds to get into this pit. They'll try to lead with the Sunray, maybe with the Raise. The hook connection, they've got to steal this Aegis. Who's going to end up grabbing it? The Wukong's command goes down at CCNC with the snatch on the Aegis. Although the Radiant get the kill, they needed the extra life more than anything. A beautiful egg, but where's the follow-up damage? The Dusa is massive now, pumping in the auto attacks, forcing the Phoenix on her heels, and down the Phoenix will go. Now looking for more. FY shredded, almost one shot there with all the minus armor, and they got the extra life. That probably the game.
They've got creeps in bottom too. They're just gonna go
Yeah,
toward
they're
top
just
if they make
walking.
it in time. I think backdoor should be disabled here. Yep.
Yeah, you have 15 seconds, so they should have about 5 seconds to hit, or 10 seconds to hit this.
They bring it down extremely quick.
And I think that is enough to kill the Rex. Oh, they're just gonna back off with
kick
all the
back in.
buybacks. Yep.
Super safe.
Totally worth
Every
it.
game matters here for Optic.
Yep.
This game is in their hands to throw at this point, so as long as they play it safe, they're fine.
Oh no, I fly.
So much damage, man. That Medusa's just amped up by all the auras.
The buildings are no match.
And this is a game where Medusa had an absolutely atrocious start.
I'm all in on Deuce.
Yeah, all in on Dusa. She was level 4 when the SF was level 7 or 8.
Really did feel like LGD gave this away though.
Yeah, you were talking
Those
about the 2
deaths
deaths in the
really
laning
added up.
stage by the SF really snowballed like against him. He was so far ahead. Gave the Medusa a game.
Like in game 2 felt like almost unwinnable at a certain point just based on the matchup, but this game was much more.
Yeah.
I felt
This
they
game felt
split up.
LGD favored at like certain points.
For a bit.
Yeah,
Before they
I was
had
actually
their
concerned
pickups,
we were gonna lose with our Dusa pick. I will say though, like I think Pycat did a really good job this game. Of,
Yeah.
like, he used that phase armor at start and just ran around. He killed the Monkey King like 2 or 3 times.
I think it was. I
Got
think,
2 kills on the Shadow Fiend as well.
Yeah, and meanwhile the Vinch was actually farming in the top lane while he
Yeah.
was doing that, and you've seen like that Solar Crest and the items paying off on Vinch.
I liked Pycat's move, but I think for LGD, I think there was a time where they kind of like stopped their movements to like make all these picks, and I felt like Yao as the Clockwork has just like kind of stopped being able to find plays. It was like right after he got his Midas, actually, he just kind of.
And it was honestly because of the cores dying.
yeah,
Shot,
yeah.
and they're going to start on the Ogre. Not the ideal target, as Dusa looks to collect a free kill. QQQ in the river. Has to turn to the egg here, but the Dusa just keeps on pounding into that. We'll finish it off. That's 3 dead.
Oh boy, yeah.
The end
Ty
feels
Cal with the
inevitable.
well played.
No buybacks on LGD,
Optic
and they
looked good.
will.
Optic looked good. I really liked their draft this game, honestly. I thought all the auras. On
This is
the
a very
Dire
NA
side-
draft.
Yeah.
Abaddon, Lifestealer.
I think the Lifestealer pick was just like either Lifestealer or PL.
When
like,
you
these two
when you
picks were
pick
so
Bat
good.
Rider, all you have to do is like it's really important you have your lane secured.
Yeah.
Like it's actually so important. I had a guy last night pick Terrorblade into a Bat Rider, fight 3 times and abandon. That was a great pub yesterday.
Well, I think more than anything, the